Kevin, my friend, you're taking on fellow All-American wrestler Ron Waterman here at Final Conflict 2004. Tonight, of course, is the semifinals and final of the tournament, where you did make an impact already with the knockout of Mirko Cro Cop and that big slam on Emelianenko. How do you feel going into your fight with Waterman?
Same thing, same as always. Think about it. It's gonna be a quick fight. Ron fights just like I do. He's gonna come out there and try and throw punches. I'm gonna go throw punches. One of us is gonna get hit with one of them punches and get knocked the fuck out. Same thing every time. Back to you, John.
What do you think of the tournament thus far? I mean, when you take a look back and reflect upon what you were able to do, what are your thoughts on this year's heavyweight tournament?
As far what? You make it sound like I'm chopped liver. I will kick your ass.
I said it was good. You did okay. Sorry.
No, I'm just joking.
I know.
The tournament itself was definitely you had a little link in. You had that link in there that was Kevin Randleman, and had a couple injuries in here to other people. You know, it's a crazy open tournament, and it's still kind of crazy and open. You got the Nogueira. I mean, well, you got 4 guys in there that can be a champion and would be gracious champions regardless. But as far as me being in there, I wish I could sneak back in there somewhere. But I got next year, I got the light heavyweight tournament, and I got the heavyweight tournament, but I'll be back.
Well, if you win your fight with Waterman, there is a chance, albeit a remote one, that you could find yourself back in the tournament tonight. How much of an added incentive is that?
I'll go back to sleep and I'll dream on that one. I mean, come on. I mean, what's the chance, the probability of that happening? I mean, these guys didn't come this damn far to, no one came this far to back out, regardless. So, regardless, whoever wins in these semifinal matches is going to be in that final match, no matter what. So, you're not going to see me fighting for the Grand Prix title tonight. You're going to see me fighting Ron Waterman, and someone's going to get knocked out. Or get, well, knocked the fuck out.
All right, Kevin, thank you very much. Good luck tonight.
Thank you very much, and God bless everybody.
I'm here backstage with the H2O man, Ron Waterman. Ron, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, boss. Glad to be here, buddy.
Very good, very good. Now listen, you are going to face Kevin Randleman, and of course you have seen the knockout he had, the victory over Mirko Cro Cop, and that slam that he did with Fedor last time, the suplex. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I was in his corner when he fought Mirko, so it's a little strange fighting him this time, I got to tell you that. But it's going to be a good fight, you know. I don't think he wants to be underneath me, and I don't know if I want to be underneath Kevin either, so you go either way.
What, you're looking for a takedown here, obviously, or do you think, no, you know what, I've been working on my striking a lot, I can do this?
You know, I prefer to be on top. I prefer to get the takedown, but I've been working a lot on my guard skills too, so I probably don't want to be on my feet a lot with him. It's not my strength.
What do you think that Kevin is going to bring to you?
Kevin's going to have to, I mean, I don't see Kevin submitting me. He may try to do that, maybe a ground and pound once we get onto the ground. Lots of strikes on his feet. He'll probably try to take me down, but I got a lot of weight on him.
Yeah, that's true. But with weight, do you think you're going to be a little bit slower? Or how do you think it's going to even out?
I mean, I don't think I'm as fast as Kevin is, but I think I'm a lot stronger than he is and a lot more leverage than he has. So I think that I'll be able to defend his shots.
What's new in your life? What happened?
Not a whole lot. I'm still traveling with Team Impact Ministries, having a great time with that. It's been a great opportunity for me and fighting as much as I can, staying in shape.
What do you do with the ministries?
We travel around the world and we go into schools and tell kids about making good choices in life and setting big goals and staying away from drugs and alcohol. And then we did do a nighttime program where we should do feats of strength, tear telephone books in half, break baseball bats, and lift big telephone poles over our head, and we get to share our faith in Christ.
Do you show those kids also your fights? Because I think that they should see those fights. A lot of people would say, no, you cannot put it together. But I think it would be very good for them to see that you have a minister who's actually fighting.
A lot of those kids, when we go into schools, know who I am, and I'm certainly not ashamed to tell them about that part of my life, and that, you know, it's a great competition just like any other sport.
It's time for a Made in the USA matchup here at Final Conflict 2004 as Kevin Randleman takes on Ron Waterman. It's a battle between two grappling greats. And Boss Rutan, what are the keys to victory for each of these fighters?
Okay, Ron Waterman is very strong. He's a good wrestler, and he's got very good submissions on the ground. Kevin Randleman is also very strong. He's also a very good wrestler. And on the ground, he's lightning fast, and on his feet, he's lightning fast. So, I don't know.
All right, so we talked about them, both All-American wrestlers. Where does the advantage lie? Who has it? Who's going to win this fight?
Yeah, I don't know, because, you know, I think the key to victory for Ron Waterman is take it to the fight, take it to the ground, of course take it to the fight, and make sure that you're going to land on top and then go for submissions. I think personally in this fight, whoever's going to end up on top, on the bottom, if it goes to the ground, is going to win the fight.
The monster faces H2O. It's coming right up. All right, boss, this is what we are calling an alternate match here at Final Conflict 2004, although something tells me that Nogueira and Emelianenko will definitely be in the final tonight. So in that event, it is going to be a battle of All-American wrestlers, and making his way to the ring right now, a guy who made his mark on the tournament this year by knocking out Mirko Krokop and supplying Fyodor Emelianenko. It's Kevin, the Monster Randleman.
Wow. What must go through his mind right now? Ron Waterman, 270 pounds. Am I right?
275 is his weight tonight. Randleman, of course, making his way to the ring with the strains of Unbreakable in the background, his theme song, courtesy of up-and-coming rapper Pac from Flint, Michigan. And by the way, if you want to learn more about Pac and his music, all you have to do is go to cdbaby.com, because Randleman, he's been through so much in his life, a near-death experience in a car accident, the recent loss of his father with a heart attack, but he is indeed unbreakable, and he's back in action tonight, taking on the much bigger Ron H2O Waterman. He's a tremendously gifted athlete, is Randleman, an awe-inspiring vertical leap. He exudes confidence, started wrestling at the age of 10, won a state championship in high school. He wrestled at Ohio State, winning the Big Ten title 3 times, and the NCAA championship on 2 occasions. A master of the ground and pound technique pioneered by his mentor, his coach, Mark the Hammer Coleman. He is very quick on his feet, but prefers to utilize his takedown prowess. But something tells me he's going to want to try to knock out Waterman as soon as possible in this one, boss, because if it does go to the ground with the size advantage and what we know about Waterman's submission skills, that could be dangerous for Kevin Randleman.
Yep, you're absolutely right, Mr. Ranello.
Waterman is 38, 6'2", 275 pounds, 1-1 in Pride Fighting Championships. Randleman's 34, 5'11", 228 pounds, 4-3 in Pride. Boss, there is a distinct weight advantage for Waterman. There is an over 15 kilogram difference. And because of that, there will be no 4-point attack on the ground, meaning no kicks or knees to the head when the opponents are on the ground.
Yep. It's like 35 pounds for the people who don't understand the kilogram system. About 35 pounds in weight difference.
Waterman, of course, you can see it right there on your screen, illustrated very vividly as the size advantage over Randleman. But Randleman, a compact 5'11", 228 pounds, and always puts on a show. And here we go with the battle of the wrestlers, the grapplers at Final Conflict 2004.
Can we see another left hook lightning fast from Kevin Randleman? Probably we are. Oh, look at this.
Single
He's
leg,
going for a takedown.
and
No!
he's able to execute it successfully.
Wow!
Into the open half guard there, and Randleman probably can pass the guard if he would have taken the advantage of it, but now has himself in the open guard of Waterman. Waterman trained in jiu-jitsu, 25 years of amateur wrestling. One of the most physically gifted heavyweights in the world today. But he will be the first to tell you that this is his bread and butter, the ground game. So we'll see what Randleman can do if he can pass the guard, gain mount position, and Nail him with some ground and pound. This one could be over quick, but right now, Waterman doing a good job of defending from the bottom.
Yep, and what I was going to say with that takedown, I wanted to say, what 35 pounds difference? He picked him up like it was nothing. But like you said, Ron Waterman is definitely more experienced in the grappling, so he might go for armbars here, even go for kimuras.
Looking to maybe execute a side choke from the bottom there momentarily, Waterman, but Randleman now with some body shots.
Yeah, he got to step it up a notch, otherwise the referee will bring them back to their feet.
The last time we saw Waterman in Pride, he was able to take down Mirko Krokop before being stopped with strikes at Pride 27 in February.
Whoa, that was a good left.
That's what Randleman has to do, create the distance. Referee now calling for the break, and they'll restart in the center of the ring, boss.
Yeah.
Boss Rutten, we see Mark the Hammer Coleman there in the corner of Randleman. And now we've just been informed that the 4-point attack will be allowed, so obviously Kevin Randleman has had a change of heart, and the 4-point attack will be allowed on the ground. 2 minutes have elapsed here in the first round. Waterman began his career at an invitational bearing the name of some guy called Boss Rutten. That was back in 1999, defeating all 3 of his opponents that night by TKO.
Yeah, and easy. We have to ask him in the finals to take it easy on the guy before the fight.
Randleman looking to posture here. Close guard of Waterman. Waterman busy on the bottom. And this is really where Randleman may be at his weakest because he's not very well versed in submissions, boss.
No, you're right. He should try to pass that guard, go to the side mount of the north-south position, and then start raining those knees that he so perfectly showed in his former fights.
Of course, Kevin Randleman, a former UFC heavyweight champion, and there's now Waterman.
Gonna stand up? Oh, no.
I thought that's what he was going to do. Has the overhook, underhook there on the bottom.
What a good balance from Kevin Randleman there, bringing his weight down.
Yeah, distributing his weight effectively there, keeping Waterman on his back.
Stay on top of him.
Yeah, if this continues like this, I'm afraid that the referee will put him back on their feet.
Randleman trying to cross-face there. The referee, as Boss Rutten predicted, brings it back to a standing position. Waterman, of course, travels with Team Impact, visiting schools, churches, all over the world with anti-drug and alcohol messages, performing feats of strength.
He's getting a yellow card there from the referee, meaning that he's stalling.
And that's definitely what we don't want to see in Pride Fighting Championships, where the mandate is to fight for a finish.
Who can land the first shot? That is what it looks like right now.
Well, we know Randleman has power in his striking, goes underneath now into the body lock against the ropes. Waterman's corner imploring him to knee Randleman. Randleman doing a good job, though, now of balancing himself. The leverage there as well, boss. There's a knee by Waterman.
Nice knee. Yep, both top wrestlers. And Kevin is doing, although with the weight difference, a real good job here in balancing everything. And look at this takedown again.
Nice.
Wow.
And will he be able to pass the guard? He has
It's a butterfly
clinched.
guard.
Yeah, it's the open guard now by Waterman. By the way, these fighters with the college wrestling background, and if you're a college wrestler or kickboxer, boxer, and you want to try your hand in the Pride ring, we have some information for you coming up very soon. There will be open tryouts in Los Angeles, California. And for more information on the date and other pertinent information, just log on to pridefc.com. More info will be available very soon. You too may be a Pride fighter in the near future. Open tryouts coming up in Los Angeles.
Fight! Whoa! Fight! Bam! Right hook.
Wide base, keep wide base.
Yeah, he should create distance here and go for the ground and pound. One, what he's doing now, holding, will give him another yellow card. So he has to watch out.
With the underhook, overhook here, boss, in this position, can Waterman squeeze Randleman and go for a choke from here, or that?
No, he's got to bring one arm from Kevin to the side, and then he can go for a side choke. But there's nothing right here, right now.
And with someone as powerful as Randleman, that would be almost impossible. But again, they need to do a lot more than what we are seeing thus far. And again, you talk about styles making fights. Both of these wrestlers, both of them right now kind of rubbing each other out there, boss. It's a stalemate on the ground.
Yeah, Kevin, he's in the half mount now. He can pull his leg out and try to go for a full mount, and then he's going to be very dangerous. Look,
Hammer
the
fist
guard is
by
all the way
Randleman. Yeah,
open.
it is, and we saw this
Can pull it out
earlier, and that's what he should do, is pull it out and assume top position and maybe employ some of that ground and pound that Hammer House is notorious for.
Now, I think he's looking at his leg, so I think he's working for it. You see? There he goes. He knows now, and Ron Waterman knows it also. He's pushing the leg back.
Man, some really good positioning here, boss, by Randleman, because obviously Waterman's the more powerful of fighters, and he's trying for the sweep, but Randleman is keeping him at bay.
He's got a very good balance. Look at this. He's pulling it out, but Ron is catching Randleman's foot with his feet, you see?
Yep.
So it's difficult, and they're both wearing shoes, so it's more difficult to slip out. But it looks like almost, nope. Kevin is working on it. Ron knows that Kevin is working on it. Oh, look at this.
Got his back now. Needs to go behind and get the hooks in. Oh,
this is bad.
And now Waterman has side control. Could go for a neck crank here as well, but he's more content to cross-face Randleman, and he needs to start kneeing from here, boss.
He's going to go for a figure four, you watch.
But the arm is there.
Yep, but we saw it before.
Randleman doing a good job of blocking those knee strikes.
Yeah, you better block him. I mean, that's 275 pounds there behind
There
the
you
knee.
go,
There
like you said, going for the key lock.
Yep. There he's going to get it.
Now,
Randleman should scoop down, scoot his right arm underneath now, under Ron Waterman's body, and then scoop himself out, push himself out. Ron Waterman over him. That is the escape.
got that Americana, and he's got it. Is forced to tap. Ron H2 Waterman submits Kevin Randleman at Final Conflict 2004.
Well, yep, like I said in the opening of the show, you know, if it goes to the ground and Ron is going to be on top, it's going to be probably a submission, and if Kevin's going to be on top, it's going to be a ground and pound.
At 7 minutes 44 seconds of the opening round, Ron Waterman submits Kevin Randleman to improve to 2-1 in Pride Fighting Championships. And boss, you were correct in your opening statements. Waterman definitely has the advantage with the submissions, having trained in jiu-jitsu. And for Kevin Randleman, disappointment written on his face as we go back to the replay.
Yeah, but let's see those beautiful takedowns here. Whoop, here we go, picks him up like it's nothing. Watch it. Boom. Beautiful. He was ahead on points, had 2 takedowns, scored 2 takedowns on Ron Waterman, and then make one little mistake, and that's what fighting is all about. You make one little mistake, he's grabbing it, the wrist, he grabs his own wrist. Yep.
You know, Kevin Randleman is not the type of fighter that would ever use an excuse, but we do know that in the days leading up to this event, he was feeling under the weather. I'm sure he will not use that as an excuse, and Ron Waterman full credit for the victory. But it wasn't the Kevin Randleman that we definitely saw in the tournament, and maybe that's another thing, boss. Having had that adrenaline going through your veins, a shot at winning the tournament championship, and then being eliminated and having to come back now and fight for really just a victory, maybe there was something to that as well.
Yeah, you're not that focused maybe, and but let's face it, you know, it's Ron Waterman, 275 pounds of muscle, you know, and I told you, you know, he's strong. He will go for the Kimura, and he will force himself because he has so much power.
And he used that power and the 45-pound weight advantage to his advantage. Ron H2 Waterman is victorious at Final Conflict 2004. And for Waterman now, maybe sending a message to the powers that be at Pride Fighting Championships, and maybe he should have had a spot in the 16-man tournament.
Yeah,
He beats a guy who knocked down Mirko Krokop and definitely surprised Emelianenko.
Yeah, but like you said before, you know, Fedor and Nogueira, I don't think both of them are going to bail out here. they are going to fight tonight for the final, for that belt, $250,000.
Well, he's a very competitive fighter as Waterman, and when we talked to him, yeah, he was upset. He was taking umbrage with the fact that he wasn't in the original 16 fighters, but definitely one of the most physically gifted heavyweights in the world. Mirko Krokop told us that this guy was without a doubt the strongest fighter he'd ever faced. And Ron H2O Waterman, victorious here at a sold-out Saitama Super Arena.